Hello, thank you all for joining me here at The Freak Show as I continue with my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. This is episode 6, and my name is Bumpy McSquigums, your host through this crazy, chaotic, text-filled adventure. It's going to be sweet, sweet, nice. I really like the presentation of the game. I like the movement. I think just about everything about this game I am just super stoked and excited about. So let's see if we can do a little bit of outfitting here. Not sure what she's wearing. She's wearing, wow, male armor, which is even more superior to than mine. It's actually exactly the same as mine. Well, isn't that awkward? Alright, we need to deck her out with some better equipment, though. I feel like maybe giving her that, and then maybe going into our little dealie here. Give her a little bit of slashy slash action with maybe a shield. That's not so bad. Yeah. Give her a medium round shield. There we go. And bam, and bam. Very nice. We'll throw this on him. A duelist headpiece? Sure, we'll toss it on her. Why not? Oh, she can't have a headpiece on. That's interesting. I suppose he could. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, boom. What? Oh, that's so cool. It's pretty gay, but it's pretty cool, too. Is gay the right word? Flamboyant, I suppose? Fancy? I don't know. I guess I'm going toward flamboyant. And that, like, very, you know, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Alright, so there we have it. So we have some grain here, which increases stuff. We got milk, which I don't know what that does. Max endurance for 10 seconds plus 1 constitution for 150 seconds. Seems very bizarre, but we'll throw it in there anyway. Alright, well, let's go see if we can handle those thieves now. I'm pretty excited to see how this plays out. We'll go there. We'll go to the... Is it Valewood? Is that where we're at? Or the Gilded... No, we're in Valewood now. Alright, let's go to the thieves' den over here to the east and see if we can't handle business. I think we're ready. I think we're finally at the point where we're strong enough to actually do something here. I'm going to change my formation a little bit too, so let's do that. I think I'd rather have him in the back and those two in the front. Something like that, yeah. There we go. Okay, so I want to make sure that's the actual formation that we're going with. The young dwarf tending the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. Alright. What? The bandit turns around. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook doesn't run off. Help, please help me. One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Alright, it is time to do some battlation, some murderation, and some killination. I don't know. Stuff like that there. Alright. What can we do with her? Oh, she's got all sorts of spells. What is all this stuff? Armor of Faith? That sounds exciting. Barbs of Condemnation. Okay. Blessing? All allies within the area of effect, huh? Okay, and then Divine Terror. Halt commands... Ooh, that's pretty neat. Holy Meditation. Prayer Against Fear. And then Restore Minor Endurance. I mean, how many... We can cast 2 spells, I believe, per rest period, I believe. Something like that is how it works. Alright, we're going to go charging in. And I guess with this guy, we're going to probably just... We'll wait it out, and then we'll blast once we know what's going on. Alright, so we're like right here. So we're going to do our blast like right there. Oh, that was actually pretty substantial. Okay. Alright, can we do the Barbs of Condemnation on this guy in the back here? I don't know if we even need to. Actually, we're kind of wrecking him right now.
Yes.
Alright, I'll do another one of these. Just kind of nuke him down. There we go. Focus fire this guy down now. Stabby, stabby, poke, poke action. Yeah. And he should go down any minute now. I know we're taking a little bit of a pounding, but this guy is proving to be rather resilient, I must admit. There we go. Now we're going to charge him down. I don't move exactly super fast, do I? Alright, I suppose I'll throw a heal on myself.
I need something sharper.
Alright, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Victory is mine. Alright, let's see here. Just gonna, I guess I'll gather it all up on her. Let's go over here to the other group of guys. Gather up all their stuff. Wow, that's actually quite a bit of stuff. And there's some food. I guess I'll put the food maybe in the storage crate thing. Yeah, we'll just gather all the stuff up into storage. And there it is. It's sweet, sweet, nice style. And we'll talk to him.
And well met.
By the flame! Thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Blackhound Inn. I'll let Pasca know what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in return. Oh, to be back at my oven again. Ooh, I've earned a reputation. Reputations can be held. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, and there we have it. There we have it.
As you wish.
I wonder if we're strong enough to deal with the bear yet. Probably not. I'm going to lean toward not going to be strong enough.
What is it?
But you know what? I'm going to try to tank it up. And we'll give it a shot with the bear. We'll save right before we go in and we do bear combat. And we'll hope that we're actually powerful enough. But there's no guarantee. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. Like, we're going to get crushed. But, who knows? Miracles do happen, right? So, let's see if miracles will happen. Alright, I think F5 is a quick save. Yeah, it is. Woohoo! Alright, let's go in here. Or maybe with enough spells. Let's slow it down a little bit here. Okay, oh gosh, the bear already sees us. Alright, we're going to charge him down with you.
Here.
We're going to cast this on, I guess, all of us at this point.
How may I help?
And you, good sir, are going to cast some sort of horrible spell. Let's see.
Lowy.
No, that's not really working for me. Alright, let's see if we can't freeze him.
Ixono.
Yes.
Okay, well, we already took a pretty big hit right there.
Yes.
Alright, so the bear is hurt. And can we throw out maybe this? We throw out these barbs of death or whatever they are.
Yes.
And I would prefer not to be that close to him, so let's see if we can hit him with some of these things. Oh god, that hurts so bad. Alright, well that hit him, and it did some damage, but not a tremendous amount. That didn't seem to do anything to him. Alright, what else do we have? Okay. We'll just go up and we'll do that. I'm not sure what to do at this point. Guess we'll use our little gimmick there on him. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna keep laying into him with everything we've got, but it's not looking good right now. The bear seems to be standing pretty strong against us. Like, I'm pretty sure the bear's gonna drop my guy right now. I don't know.
What is
Alright,
it?
I'm gonna back up a little bit with... Oh, nope, looks like he's already down. Okay. Now it's gonna be up to her. I don't know what else we can do. I guess we just go and we melee combat right now. We will restore some of our abilities. The bear might be out of our range right now. Like, we might not be able to do this at all.
I've reached my
Yep,
limits.
down, down, down. Alright, it looks like, yeah, we're probably done here. So the bear, a little bit too strong for us. I mean, we came close, but not quite close enough. So we'll have to load our autosave here. Our quick save. We're not strong enough to deal with the bear. I figured I'd give it a shot. I figured the bear would be actually quite menacing, and we're close. Maybe if we leveled up one more time and we get maybe slightly better equipment, because we're still running around with basically starter equipment at this point. So I would say that, yeah, we definitely need better equipment if nothing else, or at least a single level up. We came pretty close to defeating him, though. So there is that. Let's see if our buddy Tonthin, or whatever his name is still over here. Nope, he is gone. He is gone. Alright, well, let's get out of here and go to the Gilded Vale. I'm sure there's still more stuff to be handled and done over here, and I am okay with that. Okay with that. I guess we'll go back to the inn even, just to deal with whatever's going on over there. Like, we just saved somebody that I guess works at the inn, so yeah. I wouldn't despise going there and getting stuff for free or maybe a discount. I don't know. But whatever, let's go see. Let's go see what we get. And we have a lot of stuff we can sell now as well. We're going to be all walking up there. Stay a while and listen. Please, please. That's quite the treasure you have in that Harada cube. What's in here? Oh, we don't have enough. You are an in-guest. Eh. Alright, let us continue on down this way, and we'll talk to Pasca.
Hail, traveler.
Hello, and welcome to the... Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. She laughed. So, what would you like? What about hiring some more help? We could do another well, I think I want to hold off on that for now. Let's see if we can't sell some stuff. Ooh, party management. The party management screen, you can see what your allies are up to when they aren't in the party. If you've assigned them to adventures, really? You can see how long it will take them to complete their assignment, recalling a companion or an adventurer from a mission before it is completed. Wow, that's actually really cool. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, our party can get up to 6, but apparently we can send people off on other various things. I have to say, guys, this game is shaping up to be something, like, absolutely amazing and astounding right now. Alright, I'm going to get rid of that. There's a cape. It doesn't look like it does anything. It just probably looks cool, so I might end up keeping that, actually. We have another hunting bow. Probably don't need that. We'll get rid of these two things. The hood, meh. A dagger. A hatchet. Yeah, we'll get rid of the double dagger and the shield. Why not? So we'll throw all that into trade. What else do we have? We have a lot of extra armor that we don't need. So let's get rid of most of this. And I think we'll be looking fairly good at this point. Like, we don't need simple clothing. It literally offers nothing to us. It's like the deer wooden clothing doesn't really offer anything. So at least this is all light armor, so we can eventually outfit our people if need be. So let's trade all that. I mean, that's going to give us a decent amount. I mean, I could do another character, and I kind of want to, but at the same time, I'm scared that if I do that, I might miss out on having slots free for actual NPC characters that are going to join us, like named NPCs. So, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I think it's worth it. I'd like to hire some help. We're going to do one more level 1 adventurer. Again, this might be a terrible mistake, guys. If it is, so be it. I'm going to do a male here. It's going to be... Let's see. We'll have him be a giant. Yeah, there we go. We'll have him be an Amaua. 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 I like it. I like it. Let's go with that. We go with a coastal one. What does he get? Towering physique to defend against prone and stun effects, or the island. Armed to the teeth. Additional weapon set. Huh. I didn't know we had weapon sets, but okay. A fighter. I think we might go barbarian on this. Athletics, survival. I think I'm going to go with barbarian. So there we go. Frenzy or barbaric yell. What does frenzy do? Sends the barbarian into a frenzied state, gaining a might, constitution, and deflection. An attack speed bonus, but causing a deflection penalty against incoming attacks. While the barbarian frenzy is active, his or her endurance and health are concealed. Don't know what that means exactly. 1 per encounter. We can use it once per encounter. Plus 4 might, constitution, and attack speed increases. Minus 10. Okay, well that's fine. And the barbaric yell. Let's add a terrifying yell, frightening enemies in an area of effect. 2 per encounter. Okay, so it lowers their... I'm going to go with the frenzy. I'm all about doing more damage and just hurting fools. Alright, well, we're going to pump might for sure. We want a lot of constitution as well. We're going 16 on that. We'll go 12 in on dexterity, and we'll drop 1 out of resolve, and I guess we'll go into 12 onto intellect. I don't know what barbarian would need intellect for, but okay. That's totally fine. We continue on. Let's see, resolve, dexterity. We want might. We're going all might. All the time. So there we go. The living lands. That's what we're going with. Alright, we're going to go with... I think I'm going to go with like something like maybe survival and athletics, if that's a thing. I don't see it though. Athletics and lore. Athletics and mechanics. Sure, we can do something like that, I suppose. Alright. My barbarians have always been a very red group anyway, so I think they're gonna probably stay in that red color, give or take. Might even go the same color on both primary and secondary. Skin, we're gonna lighten you up a little bit, my friend. There we go. You are a male. You don't look very male. I'm not gonna lie. You do kind of look like a woman. I'm just saying. Can I turn you? Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see if we can change your head. Well, let's see. Looks like we only have the 3. We can't do facial hair, but we can do different hair. Let's see here. I apologize, guys. When I click through this stuff, I'm trying to focus and figure out what I want. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the barbarian hairstyle right there. Nobody can deny that. Let's see. What do we have? Give me somebody with a mohawk. Is there anyone with a mohawk, or are we gonna get into the women? Come on, mohawk, 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 mohawk. Nope. Doesn't look like there's any mohawks. That's kind of saddening. I really was looking forward to a mohawk there. Like, come on, something mohawkish. No, nothing. Wow, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's see if we can't get something with maybe a hood then, or a helmet. Can't believe they don't have a single guy with a mohawk in this. That's kind of sad. Like, really. Well, I don't know. That would be kind of barbarian-esque. I could totally dig that. That's what he used to look. That's his driver license photo right there. His driver's license. That's what he looked like there. But then he's changed his outlook. He looks a little bit different now. It's totally fine. All right.
Follow me.
Let's keep quiet.
Leading the way.
After them!
My eyes are peeled.
I've got this.
You sound more like a woman than a man.
Nice and slow.
All right, we'll let you be stoic, my friend. Now, this is going to be the patron of the of this particular LP, ladies and gentlemen. This is the individual who made it happen. So, I think he earns himself a slot into the game, and I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. This is going to be a game where I'm going to be choosing the names, by the way, folks. I know in XCOM and in Xenonauts and stuff, I let you guys sign up, but for the most part, especially in games where there's less characters and people and stuff, I'd rather, for the most part, at least lead in and just do stuff on my own. So don't feel bad if you feel left out. That's just how I roll, but there we go. So now we're here with a party of 4, and I'm feeling pretty strong now. We might even be able to go back and deal with the bear at this point. I don't know. But either way, I'm looking pretty good. I'm looking pretty good here. I'd like to know more about the Blackhound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Blackhound's fairly new. We get a lot of new faces in here, too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. 10 friths the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him, even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Blackhound. That's still sitting upstairs, pining after him, poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow, she laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room or blah 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 blah. Alright, let's see. You have no food for me. Sale, I wouldn't... Sure, we'll do a room. Save ourselves on camping supplies. Alright. What does this work? How does this... What, huh? Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider more expensive options. The bonuses they provide last a long time and affect the entire party. Well, yeah, I don't think right now I have the copper to really waste on that. Ah, that's so cool. So different animation for camping and for resting inside an inn. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Ooh. Your sleep is restless and fervid, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up, and her eyes open. They are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and, with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an Animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Well, there we go. That is a bit unfortunate. Let's go talk to Tenfrith. He's back here doing boss-type things. Yeah! Use some of that alcohol right there. Sure we'll have good use for it. Ah, it's you, my savior! He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Well, isn't that cool? Thank you, I think. So I'm assuming we can craft that now, huh? Did we learn? Oh yeah, look at that. We can actually do quite a few things. I don't see his recipe though. Is it in my inventory or what happened to it? I'm assuming those are okay, ingredients. Okay, we have some books to read and stuff. We'll read that in the next episode, I think. We'll start off maybe doing some of that. Let's walk around and get some stuff handled right now. 7 medium scale. It is. Well, I wonder what our new individual is actually wearing. Let's see what he's rocking here. We'll put the red cape on her back as well. There we go. I think that looks good. I think that looks real good. Alright, yeah, I think that's fine. We'll give him the hat. Let's see what he's actually wearing. He's wearing the scale armor. And he's got a giant two-handed sword. So, good stuff. Good stuff all around. 18 to 25. I like it. We'll give him a... Well, that sucks to cover up now. He's not going to rock the Mohawk cover. There's no way. Alright, and let's check out crafting here. Or stash, not crafting. Sorry. Maybe we give him a spear and a shield? Well, that's something a barbarian might use, you know? Oh, he's actually got 3 weapon slots. Okay. And then I guess we could even give him a ranged weapon if we wanted to. Have him sit back and just pew-pew from the back lines. I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of silly and like a waste, but, I mean, I'm all for charging in and just crushing people with our big two-handed weapon, too. I mean, let's be honest. That's kind of what you get a barbarian for, right? Actually, I want to go back upstairs and talk to that hound. I think I skipped even dealing with the hound at all, so let's go do that. And then we'll see if we can't go back, deal with the woman, and then be about our business. Where are the rest of our people?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
And why are we not doing this? Oh, I need to change my formation, too. Now that we have a new person in the group. Okay, that's fine. Let's go here and... I think if I were to do this the correct or proper way, it'd be something closer to that. Okay, and we see all these people still here. It's all well and good. And the black hound, we didn't talk to it, so let's go talk to it. This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Sorry, girl, don't think he's coming back. Could you use a good dog? Come here. Well, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find him on the way. The dog's ears perk up. It trots over to you and barks happily. What? The dog just joined me? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Where did it go, though? Oh, it's right there. That's so cool. Well, I think that's going to be far cooler than our pig. The small dog has a glossy black coat and an infallible disposition. She trots along at your heels, gazing up devotedly whenever you come to a stop. My bad. Alright. Oh, he can't use it. I can use it, though. Yeah. What about you? Can any of you... Oh, none of you can use a pet? Boo. Alright, that's cool. That's cooler than my pig. A weird, glowy pig guy. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want a dog? Poor dog left there all alone. Alright, well... Let's speed things up and get back over to the tree, because I think we need to go deal with whatever's going on at the tree. Oh, Great, she's glowing or something terrible of that nature. Okay, fine. Yep, she's there. Alright, well I'm gonna have everybody else stay back. I'm just gonna go talk to her myself. Don't want to freak everybody out. Caldara de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of the elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked branch, or bough, that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. Reach out for the woman. Okay. Oh boy. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images, and words, and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost?
Creepy!
It is both, I think. Yes?
Her eyes squint as she peers down at you. Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Okay, I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
Okay, she nods. Sorry, I was waiting for the last
You
thing. I
have
thought that was
seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten.
She nods again.
You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Okay, what's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many Animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
Okay.
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
Okay, what do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks. Creepy?
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Okay, I think I survived a Beowick? Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Caldara praises you with scholarly interest for a moment before resuming her cheerful demeanor.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
She clicks her tongue. Alright, I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
And what happened to you exactly? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer.
She is rather jovial for someone who was murdered. I mean, you gotta give her credit. I mean, if you're looking for, like, the eternal optimist, she's it. She is literally it.
Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
I do not. What did you find? What did you find?
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
Or what's an Animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are.
No doubt.
But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an Animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
Fair enough.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Okay, I had other questions. Actually, I didn't.
Of course, dear.
Well, farewell to you.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seem lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin, and I expect that explains how you survived the Beawick, huh? In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, he coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. Well, folks, there we go. That is about it for this episode. Unfortunately, it went a little bit longer than I was intending. Maybe we'll make up for it with another, or a few couple,
as you wish.
2-3 shorter episodes, because, yeah, we went a little bit long. We're a little bit long on a few episodes now, so we'll try to make up for it, maybe a couple 22-minute, 23-minute episodes. Either way, folks, that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you all for stopping by The Freak Show, and I will see you guys next time with more Pillars of Eternity. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.